Hi, I'm Paul Offord from the TribeLab project, and I'm here to give you an update on the latest status of the Workbench development project. So let's get straight into Workbench. You can see, if you're familiar with the original proof of concept, that we've changed the look and feel of Workbench quite considerably. So the first thing we're going to look at is the fact that Workbench now has a concept of workspaces. So a workspace would typically represent a particular project that you're working on. And so I can open up the workspace, and within the workspace in this case I've got instances of problems that are being investigated, but you could actually make these anything you wanted, any groupings that you want. And then within that I have all the different data types. Within a data type I have a set of data, and then I have the actual data file. A data set can comprise of many data files, just as this one does. And you can see that I can have any type of data I want, and I can keep adding data types down this list. And here I have some video data. This up here is the toolbox, and this has changed quite considerably from what we had with the proof of concept. Now we have what we call native applications or native tools. These are the tools that are built into Workbench. And then we have guest tools. And you can see that we have any number of guest tools. We have Wireshark, Splunk, UltraEdit, and you can add any guest tool in here that you might prefer to use. And it can be literally anything. You can see that I have Media Player in here, which means that I can take a video file and I can open it using Workbench. Now that drag and drop capability of dragging Media Player onto a video file is obviously not that unusual. You could do that with Windows Explorer. But here in Workbench we have some additional capability that I think you're going to find quite exciting and quite useful. So I can take a number of trace files. These are different types of network trace file. I can take a perfmon log, drag it onto my bench, my workbench, and I can take a web log. This is from an IIS, Microsoft IIS server. Now I can actually do things like unpin the Object Explorer to give me a bit more space. And this is the active area, so I can take one of the trace files, which is a PCAP file, drag and drop Wireshark onto it, and of course it opens in the way you would expect. Nothing too special there. This trace file here was captured using netshell trace command. Now this format is not supported by Wireshark, but within Workbench we're able to open it. Now the reason that we're able to do that is because behind the scenes Workbench has a capability called transformers. And transformers simply convert one file format to another. And you can see over here we actually have the transformers showing in this box, and due to the open nature of Workbench, just as in the same way as you're able to add your own tools to the toolbox, you can add your own transformers to the transformer container. Okay, so some of the other things that we can do, we can take a web log and we can open that in Wireshark. And that means that we can actually mine the weblog. So we can work through the weblog. We can even apply filters in just the way that you would apply them to a network trace. And you can see here we've filtered on a URI stem that includes my app student. That shows you how the data, objects and the tools are integrated via the transformer capability. Now the additional piece we have that we didn't have before is this concept of workflows. Now a workflow, it looks like a simple set of instructions on how to analyze data, and to some extent it is, but it's an adaptive workflow. As you start to enter data, and you can see I've entered some data here, I've answered this question with the user's name, which is Mark, and I'm going to answer this question here with the name of the application that was giving a problem, which is Contoso. And now as I work down through here, you can see that this workflow has contextualized the next instruction by saying, how did Mark access Contoso? Well, he accessed it with a desktop PC, and so that information gets rolled in. Now we say, what is the IP address of the desktop PC? So you can see that the workflow is adapting all the time, and in fact there are decision points in the workflow, and if you take one decision, it will lead you down one path. If you take another decision, it will lead you down another. So that means that this is a tremendously flexible way of helping an analyst analyze data. And what we hope to do is we hope to provide expert workflows from all the people who have got those best ideas around how to analyze not just IT data, but it could be any type of data. And we want to include those workflows into Workbench. Workbench in this form is not yet available through the TribeLab site, so I'm afraid you can't go and download it yet. We still have some work to do. But I thought I'd give you an update, and we'll keep you posted on where we get to next, and we'll certainly let you know when you can download this version. Hope you found that useful, and I'll speak to you soon.